Hi, I'm Katie Donovan with Equal Pay Negotiations. Topic for today is that our pay is actually our grading system as adults. Oh, sure, I'm not talking about the neighbor who's making so much more and has a expensive car and a boat and a second home and all that. Sure, we all want what the Joneses have down the street. But I'm talking about in your current job and your future jobs. Companies are looking at what people make as their grade. It's kind of like in high school. Freshman year you started and you were put in the A, B, or C group. And as you moved up, since you're in the B group last year, you're probably still B worthy, so we put you in the B group this year. What if that's not the case? What if your ability went up or down? Pay can be viewed in the same way. Here's a story to show you what I'm talking about. I know this woman, executive level, who was interviewing for jobs. And she had one that was over the phone, and she was talking with a group of people in a conference room on a speakerphone. And she was home. So the interview hour or so ends. She's saying goodbye and is about to hang up, and the people in the conference room on the other side start talking about her and reviewing whether or not they want to take her to the next level. Whether you agree with what she did next or not, the insight is absolutely priceless. She muted the phone and listened to her own critique. And to shock of shocks, it wasn't her ability, it wasn't her skill set, it wasn't her education that kept coming up. The thing that kept coming up in the discussion was that she was paid approximately 25% less than where the company would have expected her to be paid for her current job. Well, knowing that the woman's gender pay gap is stagnant at 23%, she was right where she should be. And every time we show our salary, we have a very real reason to be scared. Because if for nothing else other than the gender pay gap, we are most likely underpaid for where we're working. And it can be viewed as that we're, like in high school, should have been in the C or D group, and thus not worthy of moving on. So that salary history question can be looked by future employers to say you're really not an A-level person, where everything else about you, all your accomplishments, your education, your proposed solutions to the challenges the company that you're interviewing with has, can be totally negated by that one field. So please never ever answer that field. It will set you up for failure. And how do you not answer it and still seem professional? Well, luckily, most companies also have us sign or implicitly agree to salary confidentiality. They don't want it getting around that what you're making might be more than the person sitting next to you, or more often than not, the person sitting next to you is making more than you. Companies don't want to have to really pay evenly. So if everyone's in the dark, everyone can feel like they're being paid equally. And darkness is a beautiful thing from the company's perspective. And for you, that darkness can be a really cool thing during the salary history question, because you can say, I'm sorry, I cannot provide that. I have a salary confidentiality agreement with my current employer. It's a great solution. Even if you did not sign an actual paper agreement, implicitly, I guarantee you have been given pressure to keep your salary confidential. Except for government jobs. So those are pretty much open book. But the rest, you can get away with it. And it's a great way because it does hurt you immensely by sharing your salary history. Unless you know for a fact, and I mean really, really know, and this isn't your boss telling you you're already paid the most, because they tell everyone that you've seen everyone else's paycheck. You know you're paid really high for the industry, for your company, etc. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. It's going to hurt you. So, why is this important? To help you get paid more. It will help you with promotions. If you were a student always looking to get A's and fought for them, in the work world, you should have that same mentality and fight to be given the A's, by making sure you're having active discussions about your pay. Because your pay does denote how good or bad you are at your job. It's a challenge to think about. I know it's looking at things differently than you used to, but just think about that for a moment or two and consider, if someone saw just my pay and my job title, would they think I'm good, bad, or indifferent at my current job? If you're not sure, that probably means you're being underpaid. And it's time for a discussion about your pay. Well, this has been Katie Donovan with Equal Pay Negotiations. Thanks for spending some time with me today.